I'll forward it to you. It came at 10:48 my time, which be 11:48 your time, I would assume.
Okay, and it's to,
It came from
yeah,
Joy.
you'll just forward it to me, Wanda. I'll see. I don't see it right now, and I think that'll be the quickest way to find it.
Okay, are we on?
Yes, they can start. Yeah.
Wally, did she say we were broadcasting yet?
She's double checking, but she said you could start.
So we want to make sure
I
that
sent it, Sherilyn. Did you get it?
Just 1 second. Yes, I did. Thank you, Wanda. Yep, I got it. Thanks.
are we on?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for taking a few minutes today to have this meeting. We appreciate the staff putting it all together, and Karen, thank you for all of your work and to help us get up and get going. So first, we would need to go into executive session. If someone would be willing to make a motion that covers the reason why we're going into executive session.
I'll go ahead. I request we go into executive session pursuant 74-206-1A to consider hiring a public officer, employee, staff member, or individual agent wherein the respective qualities of individuals are to be evaluated in order to fill a particular vacancy or need. Topic, executive director position. And then B, the commission, do I do B? B, the commission will enter into executive session pursuant to IC 74-206-1B to consider the evaluation, dismissal, or disciplining of, or to hear complaints or charges brought against a public officer, employee, staff member, or individual agent, or public school student.
Mr. Chairman, I'll second that motion.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion and a second to go into executive session. Any further discussion? Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
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 You have to call roll.
Yes.
Oh, yes, that's right.
You have to make a roll call vote, Alan.
Yeah, thank you. Forgot that one. Karen, would you like to go ahead, please?
Do you want to meet the commissioners there? Or Joy, could you do it?
Chairman Reed,
Yes, aye.
Vice Chair Baer,
Yes.
Commissioner Kohler,
Yes.
Commissioner Hedrick,
Aye.
Commissioner Quinn,
Aye.
Commissioner Amador,
Aye.
Commissioner Paulos.
Aye.
Now do they need to go to the?
With the voting results, can somebody, whoever took the roll,
Unanimous. Chairman Reed, it was unanimous.
okay, thank you. Okay, so now to get an executive session, we need to end this, leave this meeting, and then go into that other link. We'll see you on the other side.
Yeah, I've heard some reports that,
Going well.
that they're on, yeah. So we'll see. And then, my friends that go to Island Park, they're heading later this week to set everything. Oh, we went to Yellowstone 2 weeks ago. So there's
Are we ready?
I think we're back on.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate any of those that are with us in this regular session, their patience for us, and or the patience of the commissioners as I walk through this little unusual opportunity here. We now would like to do our second item on the agenda is approval of an interim director. We'd
Mr.
like to,
Chairman, I
yes,
move
please.
that the Idaho Public Charter School Commission appoint Jen White as interim acting director.
Okay, thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Jen, now's your chance, I guess, before we vote.
Very nice to meet you all remotely. I'm sure we'll be in touch soon. Look forward to supporting the commission through this transition swiftly. I thank you for your confidence, and I look forward to working with you all.
We're grateful for your willingness. Is there any other discussion? Okay, hearing none. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay. Well, thank you, Director White, for being part of this and your double duty there. Okay, the next item on the agenda is opening the search for the new director. I guess I'm open to whatever thoughts the commission or the will of the commission as far as our process and how we would like to go through that search. In the past, we've had the interim director has worked to get everything posted. When human resources Taryn there has kind of gathered up all the applications and put them together for us, and then last time then we all met together and reviewed those. What would be the will of the commission this time as far as that search is concerned? Any particular things you would like to see happen or not happen?
Chairman,
Yes, please.
it appears salary in the past has been an issue in terms of attracting candidates. Is that still the case?
Well, it could be. I think that I think we have the opportunity to put together a signing bonus that they would get X amount of dollars for every year they were here, up to 5 years, and that would be a bonus. It would be bonus to them above their salary. We have money from using interim directors for the past little while, and I believe that will work through JFAC if we want to come up with a dollar amount and provide a signing bonus that would help with that, and then work towards the next year helping increase that dollar for their salary.
Do we know what the average salary is of our charter school leaders?
I don't. Jen, do you have?
I don't, but I met with HR today as part of my other onboarding. So have them right at hand and happy to speak with them to get a sense for where we need to land here to be competitive in the market. So happy to work on collecting that information for the board.
And I don't know if if it would be helpful to collect information on what other educational leaders in other sectors of education in the state of Idaho make. I don't know what the comparables are for us. It's always been, the Charter Commission's always been a unique entity.
It is.
But I think definitely looking at what the administrators in the in our portfolio schools are making would be at least a starting point to be able to attract someone that because we know the history of a lot of these administrators. It's more informative to us to hire someone that we've seen in action, I think, if we're able to come close to what their salaries currently are.
Absolutely. I'll work with HR to collect that information so we have a sense for what a competitive salary bracket might be and understand what might be possible given the reality of our constraints and also what we want to be able to do to recruit a highly qualified individual into this position.
So, I'm sorry, go ahead, Wally, or Commissioner.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. In state government, they're usually advertised as a range dependent on experience. I do know a lot of the charter schools, there's a wide range of what administrators are getting, anywhere from about probably 90,000 up to almost 200,000. The ones that I'm familiar with are around 120.
Right.
Which, if I may, Chairman, then if you also look at public school superintendents, the range is going to be a little bit higher than that, probably about 110, closing in on 200,000. But on the other hand, when you look at some of those are individuals that are handling schools that have 15,000, 18,000 children. So it's got to be a middle in there. If I understood right, I think weren't we paying around 55
an hour.
An hour, which is just shy of 115. So I think that probably does need to be bumped a bit. I do like, though, the idea of both a signing bonus and a target bonus for longevity within the organization. But I don't frankly also know exactly how much flexibility we have in our budget right now. I do understand we've got some extra money, but I just always keep an eye on where things go in the future.
Right.
Mr. Chairman, I think the concern is while we have a surplus at this point, if we end up with maintenance budgets in the future, that's going to come back to haunt us. So we've got to be, from my perspective, we got to be very careful of what we establish here and have the ability to maintain that level based on a maintenance budget from the legislature.
Exactly, especially in the realm of, I do know that we are looked at, not just us, all of the agencies are looked at carefully by JFAC if a reserve appears to be too large.
Right. And I agree. And I think we can have a solid budget number with the signing bonus, yearly bonus. We know what that will be, and we can forecast that out for 5 years. Increase in salary, then yes, we have to make sure that we don't keep creating a problem year after year after year going forward. Maybe what we need to do at this point is put together some numbers, have HR redo our posting, requirements and what's there. See where we are with numbers. Jen, maybe if you can put together where we are with with numbers and let us try to see where we are budget wise as far as the bonus compared with increasing the pay, and then that way we can have a better idea so we don't create a problem. Also, we can talk to some of the legislators to see what our possibilities are going forward. I think they're good. And then come back together before we officially open up the search. Is that reasonable? So we are all on the same page and know where we are?
It looks like Commissioner Bear had a comment.
Commissioner Bear.
Thank you, Chairman Reed and Director White. I just wanted to add to the discussion probably what everybody already is knowing and thinking, and that is the number of schools that we've been serving and the number of students that we're serving. And the last time we asked for an increase in our budget, it was shot down, and that was several years ago. And since then, maybe if Director White, if you could work with the staff to get the numbers on how many schools we've added to contribute to the discussion.
Happy to do that.
A good point.
Yep.
Yeah. Number of schools and enrollment.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
The only other thing I wondered, Chairman Reed,
Go ahead, please.
is if we, I don't know, maybe where the discussion should go as far as doing a nationwide search, opening it up just so that we can show that we really are doing our due diligence to find the best person that we can. We've got a couple of pretty big black eyes, and I would like to do what we can to get those healed a little bit.
Absolutely. Commissioner Kohler?
Nothing, that's fine.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought I saw your hand.
I was, but I think Sherry Lynn addressed it pretty well. Excuse me then, Mr. Chairman, the only, and look, I feel terrible for Jen right now, but I do think that this becomes an expedited issue. It's not something that we take 2 or 3 months to get to. I understand we want a timeline of the best possible candidate, but perfect perfection probably right now is not exactly what we need, as opposed to just some strong leadership moving forward.
Correct.
I am happy to dig as deep as I need to during this time in order to kind of steady the ship, and certainly want to get a strong leader in place quickly. Commissioner Bear, to your point, I think I'll work with HR on what a nationwide search looks like. And I'll have to say that I'm not familiar with now under the existing HR processes, the extent to which any of that gets billed back, or if that kind of process exists for the commission, because I certainly want to make sure that we're keeping the financial situation of the commission in mind as we work through this. I've heard tangentially of people being interested in this role. And so I'm hoping, Commissioner Kohler, that we'll have strong interest demonstrated quickly. And I think if we can get the right salary range for this position, hopefully we can get a strong leader in place in, as soon as possible. I'll work this week on pulling together the financial information and the data that proves relevant to justifying kind of the increase that we've all talked about, and report back as soon as possible.
Mr. Chairman, and then on that, Jen, I think if you work with SDE School Finance, they'll be able to lay everything out for you, both on numbers of enrollment and on salaries across the board there.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Director White, I wonder too if you can look nationally to what these salaries are looking like for organizations that are comparable to us in other states.
Certainly happy, Chairman, and Commissioner Quinn, I'm happy to do that. I will say that just within OSBI itself, looking at, for example, our Chief Academic Officer, substantial difference between nationwide pay rates by like hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I'm happy to pull that information, but I think I would be surprised if that ends up being something that we can kind of fruitfully use when benchmarking what's appropriate here. But I think just so everyone understands kind of where we sit, I'm happy to pull that information.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to be extensive. I think just a general, because in my other experiences with the charter schools, going to a national meeting, it was quite eye-opening. And whether we can do it or not, we can at least make it known. The differences, which is going to be similar to everything else in the state. Thank you.
Okay. Is everyone okay then if we take a week to pull all this together and then get it to everyone, and we may have to schedule another special meeting just to get your approval on what we're going to do with the posting. You know, Director White can get all this compiled for us, and then we can review it and then make, give the green light to go ahead with the search. Is that reasonable, or you want us just to charge it? I'd really like to have everybody have this information and then get together again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay.
And
We want,
Mr. Chairman,
yes.
who's informing the staff as to what's next or what's transpired or plans?
Well, I think Director White has a meeting with them tomorrow.
Okay.
I've talked to them last week a little bit, so.
I'll be meeting with them first thing tomorrow morning. And we'll update them about our intended process and receive some feedback from them about, what do we have in terms of urgency and longer term issues that we need to start addressing. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So I don't think, Sheehan, that we need to have an action item on this right now because we're not ready to open it. We're just pulling together information. Is that correct?
Yes, you don't have to have a motion.
Okay. Okay, we'll get this together and then we will let you know about a meeting next week. Once we have the information pulled together, Director White can get that compiled for us and get it to us, and then we'll meet together again. Is that everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. So thank you so much. Director or Commissioner Hendrick, did you have? I saw.
No.
Okay.
He's talking to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I didn't have any question or anything.
Okay. All right. You gotta be careful if it's kind of like an auction,
Oh, I was thinking.
Okay. All right. Well, then this meeting will be adjourned and we will see everyone next week.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Director
you.
White.
Bye-bye.
Welcome, Jen.
Thank you so
you.
much.
Yes, welcome.
Look forward to
Thank
working with
you.
Same.